most annoying thing
Sorry.
listening to the podcast.
Sorry if you're listening to headphones. That was real loud.
Right.
But we're celebrating tonight.
Hell yeah.
What are we celebrating tonight, boys?
Hollywood George is not present this evening,
And
morning.
He's getting fucked.
Whenever you're listening.
I'm just celebrating.
Getting fucked.
I'm just celebrating that he's not here, and I don't have to correct any stupid takes that he has.
Yo, that's the fucking truth, man.
Right?
That is the fucking truth.
The real reason he's not here is the fact that the last time he was on a go-home show, he made a dumb-ass bet,
That's true, he did.
and now he looks like Mr. Clean. So he ran out of hair. He can't do anything else.
He can't do any more bets.
So
What are we gonna do? Shave his eyebrows next?
more chop bets.
Why
More
isn't he here?
I mean, I thought it was due to him getting a lady of the night. Is that what it was?
Yep.
Hollywood George
I hope she
texted
F5s
us.
him.
I just hope she doesn't fall asleep around him. We know how he is
In
when
the
that
group
happens.
Let me go through this. Still can't fucking believe.
What do you think she looks like?
A toe? No, I'm kidding. That's not nice.
Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Still can't
Charlotte
believe
Flair?
Charlotte Flair lookalikes.com.
Brock Lesnar lookalikes?
it. Here's the text.
Sable lookalikes.com.
What do you think she looks like now?
Lucia Vachon lookalikes.com. Fucking lightning tattoos down the face.
Oh,
At 5 o'clock. Okay? Very, very short notice.
Very short notice, Hollywood. I mean, for fuck's sakes, be a professional, you know?
if anyone knows anything about short.
I'm going to come next week. I'm not going to lie. I got a Tinder link tonight, and I haven't really had sex in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks, by 3 weeks, he means maybe like
3 years.
3
3
years.
years. Yeah. Really looking forward to this. Laughing emoji, laughing
What?
emoji, laughing emoji.
You know what? I don't blame him. I'm also looking forward to this, him not being here.
Sorry, guys. I'm not sorry. We're fucking hype. Hollywood George is in here to talk his fucking bullshit, to suck Brock Lesnar's dick. And Hollywood George, on behalf of all of the founding fathers of Legit Heat,
There's only
fired.
no chance.
All right, guys.
That's what happens when you missed, 15% of our shows?
Yeah.
That is a good point. Yeah.
You don't fucking call out on Legit Heat.
No, man, come
You
on.
do not call out on Legit Heat. You just don't.
Unless
you don't
you're
do
sick.
it. Especially on
Yeah.
the fucking Go Home show.
Yeah.
Unless you're sick
Didn't
because
we get
you.
shit for being sick?
Oh, yeah,
think
totally. I
we
threw
got
shit at
for-
you.
Yeah, we
but-
got shit for being
Yeah.
sick.
We did, yeah. We got shit because I was sick because I drank a shit and took half of fucking Adderall, and that's probably
Yeah.
why I was sick that night. But what?
Yeah.
That's not. That's besides the
neither
point.
here nor
His excuses were I didn't even know what. I feel like if we were in like high school, maybe 5th grade, like you're missing a podcast to get laid. Like grow up.
He worked so hard to get on our podcast in the first place, and now
I
he's
thought,
just
I thought you were gonna say he
bitching
works.
out.
I thought
You
you
think he
were
has
saying.
fans? I think if he had fans, he wouldn't be doing this.
It was the
stuff.
Uber driver, right?
The Uber driver.
I thought you were gonna say
Uber
he's working.
driver, the one fan.
I thought you were gonna say he was gonna work so hard.
Hollywood
to get laid.
George is in here for this episode, and I apologize, and I will refund you his worth of
50 cents.
negative 57 cents.
We're sorry to that one Uber driver who.
Who's going
I'm
to miss on this podcast?
pretty sure
He
paid.
probably didn't fucking tip you, all right?
Yeah,
Let's just throw that
that's
out
a
there.
fair point. He probably didn't. Yeah.
So,
He had to save his money for the lady of the night.
Hello, ladies.
bro,
That's giving him too
Did he
much
call the
credit.
Godfather? Is that how he got? Is that how he got this? That's probably what it was. He called the Godfather. He said, "Hey, man, I just need help."
I need to get.
yeah.
He said, "Come get on this train." And Godfather said, "I haven't worked in about 30 years, so here's a call sheet. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you."
Oh, Hollywood.
All right, let's be done with Hollywood,
Yeah,
please,
let's
and
get on
let's
with
go
this.
from Hollywood to Las Vegas.
Yes.
Oh, nice transition. I
Thank
like
you.
that. That's good.
AEW Double or Nothing, the third annual.
Third annual.
Yep.
Third annual. 3 years since AEW was in Vegas,
Well, I
which
guess-
is huge.
3 years of AEW. This is the 4th Double or Nothing. So, yeah, I
That's a
don't
good
know.
point.
I don't know math.
Is this the fourth Double or
It
Nothing?
is because there was one 19, 20, 21.
Oh, shit. Okay,
Yep.
so it's the fourth Double or Nothing. Shout out to
But-
AEW,
but
man.
third, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into Dynamite first, which was amazing. Pretty amazing go home show.
Yeah.
The only thing, and Cooj made a point on Twitter, or he was trying to make a point on Twitter.
Shout out Cooj. Shout out Cooj.
I get that, but like, it's just weird. We've never had this dude on the podcast before, but
We've
let's
never had
reference
him
him.
on. I do want to have him on. I'm sure Cooj can answer for himself
That's
next
true, 'cause
episode if he wants to.
I will say he did have a shit take on Twitter that
He
you and
did
I
have a very shit
but
take.
We'll wait for him to come on the
But
podcast to talk about that one.
I'm gonna give Cooj some
I
credit
didn't see this
because
Oh, sorry.
his shit take, you wouldn't like his shit take.
No, you would not like a shit take.
I'm gonna look for his shit
Great.
take.
There you go.
I mean, he also
verbatim.
is someone who said that Jeff Hardy is the greatest superstar of all time. So
That's pretty fucking.
call
cracked
back to
out.
the old main event club.
Okay. You're not gonna like
Andre
this, Gary.
Mysterio.
You're not gonna like this.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
CM Punk left WWE, got washed in
got
UFC,
fired.
got washed in UFC,
Okay.
has
That
been
part is
having
true.
a lame run in AEW. He is not him.
Yeah, that was kind of that was kind of my reaction too. I like
I responded. I mean,
This is the dumbest thing I've heard on Twitter.
he quoted it and said, and he's a whole ass nigga for blocking me. Fine, cool. I said,
Oh, that's his problem.
well,
I mean,
Jimmy's blocked too.
he blocked me too, but a lame run in AEW, we got to bring you on the podcast with these shitty takes.
Why did he
As
block
the
you?
shitty take police, as we
CM
you know.
Punk?
Yeah.
I was trolling. I wanted,
Oh, yeah.
I wanted some CM Punk attention, and I got it, baby. Okay.
He had a block button. Is that still attention?
Yes.
Oh, John Cena follows
You're
me on
taking,
Twitter.
dude. He's got
I
how
have
many
that.
followers?
That's pretty good, though.
CM Punk?
Right?
He's got how many followers?
Thousands,
Okay.
millions.
And fucking probably
Maybe.
millions and millions of people tweeting him all day long. I was like, you know what? If he
And he
blocks
chose
me,
your ass to
he
block.
He chose.
He did choose him. That's true.
His run besides the MJF feud has been whack. LOL. I started watching because of him too.
Did he not see the shit with
Darby?
Eddie Kingston?
Or Eddie Kingston. Yeah.
I literally told him, Darby Allin, Eddie Kingston.
Your shirt.
Yeah. Darby Allin, Eddie Kingston. I'm forgetting somebody there, but before MJF, obviously Hangman now. One thing I'll give Cooj is that right now the CM Punk and Hangman feud is doing absolutely nothing for me. They
Really?
did nothing for me on Dynamite. It was just kind of like, you guys like that promo?
I thought it was the best Hangman promo that there has been.
What I didn't like about it,
I wouldn't say.
I think it was fiery beyond his bland like bullshit.
I mean, what is the thing that he thinks that Punk is an asshole? Well, so does Punk called
it's
himself an
deeper.
asshole.
But it's deeper, and that's what I appreciate about AEW. Is like they're not going to give you all the cards at once. Like
Sure.
it's going to come out eventually why he has such a deep hate for him.
when? That was the show to do it.
No, they're
That
building for
that
long
was a show to
term.
do it, yeah.
I don't know, man. I think that was the show to do it. That was the go home show.
They're building long term, which I appreciate. And I mean, it also sets up your take on that Punk is going to be a heel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it
that's what I
does.
was gonna get at too. What I didn't like is that Hangman kind of felt like the heel.
A
in
little
that
bit.
promo,
He
which
kinda
I didn't
did.
Like, I was like, dude, like. But my theory was also that Punk would become champion and then become a heel.
And neither of them are heels right now.
Yeah.
They're both faces. So I said someone has to be a bad guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Punk was trying to play a bad guy for 3 weeks now, and just hasn't really happened. You know, he came out, he did the whole clothesline bullshit, the buckshot lariat. He came out with the Tavares jersey in Long Island. He's tried everything he can to be like a little bit of a heel and see,
Get
like,
that,
test the water, see what kind of boots he would get.
Yeah, get that cheap heat. Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
it hasn't worked yet.
You're
So
right.
Let's get into Double or Nothing because
are we done
AEW
with
Dynamite.
Are we done
Yeah.
with Dynamite?
That was. I don't know if you guys want to get into anything else. That was the thing that I wanted to bring up out of the whole show.
The only thing I will say is I am disappointed that Tony Storm didn't win.
Yeah.
A little bit. I really thought she was gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I thought that would have been a very good redemption thing, leaving WWE, especially after the storyline why she left. I don't know if you guys saw this, but so what happened was she was in a title picture with Charlotte Flair, and she got a pie to the face, and she was like, "Oh, that's fine, whatever." But allegedly, whatever the plans were supposed to be was she was supposed to get stripped down to her underwear, and she was like, "Nah, I'm not cool with that." Which is good for her because she's now selling her ass on OnlyFans and making tons of money.
Yeah.
But it's a principle thing, and I get it.
Yep.
So I thought
Vince wanted to give her the Trish treatment.
right, exactly, yeah. Which I don't think anybody should get. I don't think Trish should have got back in the day, but that's neither here nor there. But that's another time. But I just really thought.
Not that it's right, but like Trish had things to prove. Like she wasn't.
She did. You're right.
And like Tony, on the other hand, has proven herself across the world.
That is true. That is fair. I just
No,
really,
that's right.
I really thought she was going to win the whole thing, but now with it be coming down to Britt Baker and or Ruby or Statlander. I mean, I'm jumping ahead, but we'll save for who we think, we'll save that. But I really thought Toni Storm was going to win the whole thing in advance. And I think and I love Britt. I've been, a Britt Baker stan. I've been on here saying I like her, but I think it's a weird choice.
Yeah, so far she's been champion, so it's like, well, I get it. So give somebody
It's
else.
weird
like
to see her come out without the belt.
Yeah.
It is kind of weird. Yeah, you're right.
I feel like something's missing when I see her without it.
Yeah.
Other point I wanted to make was I like that they are doing something really well that WWE fails to do constantly. They are thinking beyond the next pay-per-view. You saw how they set up for the Forbidden Door with the attack on FTR.
With Jeff
did.
Cobb and,
Yep.
And Khan, yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's a really nice setup that makes sure that anyone who's not on this current card is going to be built up right away after this
This
pay-per-view.
That is true. I was going to say FTR isn't on this card, which is strange.
Yep.
And I don't necessarily like, but if they're going to be featured on
Forbidden Door,
that's fine. That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the Bucks on the card?
Yes,
They are on
against the
card.
Hardys.
Yep.
Okay.
We're getting the match that we saw in Ring of Honor in 2016.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Well, I don't know if that was I don't think this one's going to be a ladder match. I think that was a ladder match.
Which
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know if it needs to be.
No, it
but if
doesn't
they
need-
want to,
Jeff
they
does
could
not
probably
need to do
just
anything
throw it
else
in.
with his body
exactly.
right
Yeah,
now.
I don't require
Oh my
it.
god. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff needs after that match with Darby. I think he needs to take a break.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah,
He's fine.
not a break from the ring, but a break from extreme stuff.
Seriously. But speaking of extreme stuff, the other thing I want to highlight, MJF Wardlow, best thing in wrestling today. Fucking love all of it. I love all of it.
And how he came out in those HBK like shorts, and
Yeah.
I fucking love his
I loved everything
Burberry.
about that.
Oh, that was so good. That was just
Everything about that was amazing.
Yep.
fantastic.
I
And the
love
cell after the chair shot.
That cell was golden. Like
Yeah.
it was so good. I can't even put in the words.
He's amazing.
Yep. I love the fact that they're building Wardlow up to be this next beast.
He's
Yeah.
the guy.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna make an argument for him to be a pillar instead of
I was gonna ask
Sammy.
He's got to
not
be.
instead of. I think we need to talk about the next pillars.
Oh, the next pillar. Okay.
yeah.
I see what you're saying. So like that's the foundation, and this is who they can build off of.
Right. I
Okay.
think like
Yeah.
I think the time is here for
I see
the
what you're
Jungle
saying.
Boy, for the Sammy, for the
Sammy.
MJF.
Yeah.
And Darby.
Darby.
And like they're obviously big stars, but who are the next 4 big stars? Wardlow's definitely one of them.
I think it's still early to have like
Ethan Page is another.
Yeah, I would like to see
the
Paige
4 pillars.
elevated.
They're the future. So but these next guys, I do agree they're next in line after the 4 pillars for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, everything about this segment and everything about this like build up is done so well. From MJF's reactions
Yeah.
to Wardlow just constantly taking out more and more and more people. It's working
And
so well.
AEW, to your point, did a great job at setting something up for MJF after.
Sorry, we just got a text message.
Oh, let's see it.
She canceled, right?
No, he's acting like a child. It's great.
Quote unquote. And
Hold on. Can we do this like Michael Cole announcing a Raw general manager thing back in the day?
yeah.
Can I please have your attention?
Can I have your attention, please? I have just received a text message from former Legit Heat member Hollywood George. And I quote,
He doesn't even get the gimmick anymore. He's just George now.
"Come in my ass."
Period. That's it.
That's it. That's it. That's all he said. It's really weird, and I don't know what the context is.
That's it. He also told us to say that on the podcast.
They're
though.
being nice. I'm going to take this a step further.
Wait, we're being nice?
I didn't read the whole thing, but apparently there's
I'm going to
more,
read the
yeah.
whole thing
All
because I'm
right.
going to assume it's fucking.
We'll just send the screenshot and put that
Goddamn.
On Instagram.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
In quotations, come in my ass. ...
Whoa! Oh, is that what she said?
1,000,000%.
He said.
Oh, that's what he said.
1,000,000% worth missing the podcast.
1,000,000%.
But I truest love you guys.
I'd doubt that.
P.S. Hashtag Cole/Baker faction coming. CUMMING soon. LOL. See what I did there?
No, I don't see what you did there because that doesn't make any fucking sense. You're not on the podcast this week, and you're making me mad. That doesn't make any. What does that mean?
Always,
Somehow he got his
Hollywood
fucking cake
George.
on the show, and now it's not a party anymore.
Yeah, now it's ruined.
He got a cake.
A take.
A take.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking go off before we get into Hollywood George. You never fail to be
Annoying.
cringeworthy, embarrassing, a child. And this text is just fucking bullshit because no one likes anal, all right? And I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Are we gonna diverse from the wrestling for a minute? Or are we gonna...
Yeah, well, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, that's
3
fair.
dudes with attitudes from the Attitude Era. I'm sorry we had to go there, a little TV 14 for you, whatever. But
Yeah, sorry about
That's
that.
going beyond 14.
whatever the fuck, man. Listen,
Usually you have to pay extra for
And
that.
also on night one?
I can only imagine. Yeah, right. This He definitely paid for that. That's something.
Paid extra?
He paid extra for that.
It's called getting the F5.
If you got ass, big man, you can't afford it.
Oh boy.
Anyway, professional wrestling.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. So, MJF is greatness, yeah, let's go. Oh, but the other point I wanted to make is this go home show is exactly the go home show that I wish WrestleMania would have had past 5 years, where everything really feels like it's at the boiling point and it's going to like really come over on like Sunday, and that is really what we're looking for.
No, that's a good point because I feel like I haven't WWE hasn't had a go home show or even any other kind of show where you feel like, okay, this is at a boiling point. This is where things are gonna come over.
Yeah.
This is where things are gonna all right, we're gonna see Miz really knock the shit out of Dominic, or we've been waiting for this MJF Wardlow feud for what, at least a year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe. So no, I kudos AEW. Like, you got us hooked.
At the very least, it's been
no pun
since
intended,
October.
But
yeah, to the coming conversation.
Stop saying the word coming.
I'm coming.
God. We're going to get into Double or Nothing. Short and sweet show today, ladies and gentlemen. We got a pay-per-view that we're all excited about.
Not just because Hollywood isn't here. We're actually going to be stay on track for the most part.
Yeah. Well,
It's
you
not going
won't
to be short
know
and sweet.
that.
We're going to talk about this fucking this show for the next 45 plus minutes.
We'll see. I mean, what,
There's a lot to talk about.
There's still some beer
You don't
left in our
have
cans.
Scotty shutting. Let's be honest. When Hollywood George is on, he can't talk anyway because Scotty Mac is shutting his ass.
Shut that shit down, dude. No, you come in my house or the studio.
House. It's your house.
It's
Wherever
my house.
you are, it's your house. That's your gimmick.
That's a fair point. It's
Yeah,
my house.
That's your gimmick.
Okay, Swerve.
Whose house?
No one cares.
All right. You know what? I mean, well, let's talk about that match.
That's where we're going to start?
Sure.
Okay.
Which match?
The tag team match.
So we're gonna start at the bottom.
The
of
bottom?
The show.
All right.
Sorry.
No.
He's not good at the segue.
So, who?
You.
He said I was good last week.
I did. That's fine.
I know, I meant for
I
right
just
now.
wanna, we're gonna.
All right,
do
cool.
this in order.
So,
this is these first two are pre-show, I believe.
Wow.
And
no. I mean, this isn't.
yeah.
Oh, is
this
it
is
really?
the first two matches are pre-show matches.
Wow.
I didn't realize that
So the
Britt Baker and
finals?
Ruby or Chris Statlander.
Huh. I guess they have to have it because of women's. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
So, Dr. Britt Baker, Ruby
DMD.
Soho, Chris Statlander in a triple threat match.
Nope.
Ruby versus or Chris tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Ruby and Statlander tonight on Rampage or Friday on
Okay, I
Rampage.
read that
Depending when
wrong.
you
My
listen to this.
apologies.
And then Britt Baker versus the winner of that.
I think Chris Statlander's on a heater, by the way. So this is a prediction within a prediction.
I love Statlander.
Yeah.
I'm a Statlander fan.
1000%.
So I think that she's on a heater, and this is a preview within a preview.
Another word. We need a glossary
And
of these words.
and if we could all agree then, if we're Statlander fans, that she's gonna advance. Who do you have between Britt and Statlander?
You know,
I don't. We don't even know if it's
we don't know
Britt
yet.
or Statlander though. It could be Ruby.
It could be Ruby. And I will say, if it is Statlander, I mean, that's great. I do love Statlander. But at the same time, Ruby hasn't done anything since she's gotten here. And I really thought she would make an impact.
Yeah.
No, she hasn't.
And
She would be the most disappointing winner here.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
To go off of what Scott's saying, like, she hasn't done anything. Yeah, with that, you can make the argument of...
and I'm a Ruby fan. I love Ruby. I think she's great. I went to the show down in Providence when she came back, and I got that shirt. So like, I just feel like either she just doesn't know what to do, or they haven't found anything for her. I don't know.
I think with that, though, they don't do anything because it'd be disappointing. Like, Chris Statlander has to be the winner.
Has to be a homegrown, you think?
It has to be homegrown.
Yeah, I think so. I think her.
You
and
can't
I,
give
and
the
I do
own
think
couple.
that her and Britt Baker would have a better match for sure.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's fair. They would.
And I also feel like they were building up a Britt Baker, Chris Statlander feud before, and then Chris got injured.
Yes, I think you're right.
So
You're right
I
on
guess
that
that makes sense.
To get back into it,
Yeah.
Smark and Mark picks.
I'm gonna say if it's Ruby and Baker, I'm gonna go Baker. If it's Baker and Statlander, I'll go Statlander.
There.
I think my smart picks. So the pick I really think, well, like what I wish would happen is that Statlander takes it. Love that girl, but my mark side says it's Baker. I think that she just is in control too much.
Yeah.
And I mean, and nothing against Thunder. Like Thunder's had a pretty okay women's reign, but like, it's nothing compared to what Baker did for that title.
Right, and also, I mean, at the same time, Thunder hasn't had any title defenses.
She had one, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I just feel like
Against
as far as
Baker.
as AEW Women's Champions go, Baker has outshined Riho, Nyla,
lot.
and Hikaru, like
Yeah.
leaps and bounds. Outshined them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
My Mark and Smark are Britt Baker. Britt Baker, I'm a huge fan. I'm a fan of other women in AEW. I am a big Chris Statlander fan, but I'm not gonna lie, I do want to see the couple that we love because we don't like Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti at all.
Yeah,
That's another thing, though. I fucking love Sammy.
I like Sammy and Ty separate
Sammy have
from
a
each
match?
other, but I and we said this last
Same.
time,
Yeah.
I think,
I
and
know.
it's so weird because like as soon as they got together, like, oh, this is annoying.
It's
This
cringy.
is dumb.
Yeah.
It's
Just keep it
cringy.
off screen. There was
Yeah,
that
keep it off
little
screen.
thing that we were gonna talk
Or
about
hint
really
towards
quick.
it every once in a while. Don't make it the front and forward
He's not on
part
the
of
card.
it. No, I'm saying like don't make their relationship like
Yeah.
their like gimmick essentially.
He was on a like conference or interview or some convention with Ty Conti right next to him. Date whoever the fuck you want. Do whatever the fuck you want. I feel like they just took their serious relationship and just put it on screen
Probably.
and shoved it down our throats like Roman style when we hated Roman, and it just didn't work.
What was that picture that I sent you of? It was from Twitter. It's like there's a account that does like pictures before big moments in history or something like that. And it's a picture of Sammy proposing to his ex fiance
And then getting with.
and
Yeah.
then getting with Ty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same point, like I agree with Sammy in that. Like, yeah, I feel bad that I'm sure AEW booked these two together, and that's the unfortunate part.
I
But
mean,
Sammy was having fucking fire matches.
He was having fun.
He
was having
is
fun
the
matches,
best TNT title holder there is.
I don't
Fuck them all. I'm sorry, Brody.
I
But
don't
fuck them all.
think I don't think that I don't think I disagree, and I don't think anyone disagrees with the fact that he does have fire matches. That's definitely more than appreciated. But pro wrestling fans
Are fickle.
are going to
To quote
react.
the greatest wrestler today, they're fucking fickle.
Who said that?
Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryan Danielson.
they're gonna fucking speak out. It's like, you know, it happens in some of the greatest like fan
But
bases.
to go from 1 week to say that Sammy sucks and he's a terrible TNT champ and he brought disgrace to the fucking title to 4 weeks ago, 2 months ago, where I blame Boston. That was
a kind
that's
of
where the
shit.
shit
I don't
started.
blame Boston. You know who I blame?
Boston.
Tony.
Yeah.
Con?
Tony booked
Yeah.
in front of smart wrestling crowds, because AEW's fan base is smart wrestling fans, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
What Tony did, if he didn't want Sammy to be hated, then he should have booked it this way. If you book Sammy and Ty against anybody else, I feel like it wouldn't have done anything. But right before the Boston crowd, if you remember, Tony booked Sammy and Ty Conte to have a feud with American Top Team. And they're the heels.
That's right. Yeah.
And Dan Lambert is like a modern day fucking
Paul Heyman.
a conservative.
Yeah.
He's modern day conservative Paul Heyman.
What's the deal with Jack Swagger?
What about him?
He's way better than that.
I know, but he's like that.
It's Zeb Coulter.
Yeah, that. He's not the PG version.
He's like a modern day conservative version of Paul Heyman. And when you do that in front of a smart wrestling crowd, which every city you go to, AEW fans, they're gonna come out, and that's all your crowd is. At the end of the day, they're gonna fucking eat some shit like that up. The heel saying shit about them being the annoying couple in your face.
That's true, and they're gonna gravitate
so Tony,
towards the heel.
you know, if they didn't want this to happen, Sammy, Tony, and company, they should have booked it better. They should have booked them against.
I don't. No. I mean, it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do. Like, it worked. It would have worked fine if they didn't continue to shove it down our face, because we'd like Tay and we like Sammy, and there's no reason why we should hate them together.
I mean, technically, that type of stuff, like the PDA and everything, it's technically always going to be shoved down our throats. I just really think
difference.
I just really think that you don't do it. You don't do it with you don't book them against, like, the manager is Dan Lambert, the guy holding the mic is Dan.
But you should be booing everything that asshole says. That's the point.
You should, but
the most sexist, racist bullshit.
They ate it up.
Right, and that's why I blame Boston. Boston started this fucking trend. Boston started America. Boston started the trend of hating Sammy. I am the biggest masshole there is, but I blame Boston.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't find a way to disagree with it.
So.
We'll see what Wista says soon.
What's up? Oh man, that's gonna be a fun one. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I think Sammy, but I personally think Sammy he could do whatever he wants, honestly. But he just looks silly bitching, because at the end of the day, it's a wrestling crowd, dude. Like,
I mean, him and Ty are the tag champs in Mexico.
Yeah.
For the
mixed tag champs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah, they did. I saw that on their on one of their Instagrams. They documented it. The moment I have all been waiting for.
Yeah.
Hookhausen versus Tony Nese.
You've been waiting for Smart Mark to get in the ring?
And Mark Sterling. That too, actually.
Right?
His fucking, that little vignette he did with the lawyer act.
Lawyer act. It's so good. It's so funny.
Oh my God. Have you ever been affected by a Danhausen curse? Like, oh man, that was so good. I think this is a clear pick.
Oh yeah.
This is easy.
100%. Yeah. Hookhausen. Yeah.
Hook is a very, very, very young and hot and talented,
so sellable,
up and comer who's only gonna get bigger and better. You see his father. You see his size. He's only gonna get. He's one of those kids who are gonna get bigger and better and oh my God, he's gonna be like a guy like a Rollins or a Danielson that is gonna hit their prime over and over and over and over.
Yeah,
and
just keep hitting it. Yeah.
I just can't wait for. I don't even know how I would book this match. Like, man, I guess. Like the funny thing you could do, I guess, is that Hook has them in some kind of submission, and then Danhausen comes out and like places the curse on them, and that's the reason they tap out. And that's
cool.
That's funny. Like that's funny.
That would be that would be a funny thing to start doing. Actually.
Well, I mean, I don't know if people know this, but Mark can wrestle. I mean, so can Danhausen.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if. I mean, coming from a perspective of just watching AEW television, they don't know that Mark Sterling or Danhausen can wrestle.
Exactly.
So I think they will
Even
both,
his first match, he didn't really wrestle.
not
like
really,
that
no,
either,
no. So I think they will both be. Both of them will surprise the
Yes.
casual AEW, and I feel weird saying the casual AEW fan, but
But I don't think Danhausen. I don't think Mark is going to be in the match very long.
No,
it's going
sure.
to be Tony versus Hook.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I agree with that.
But also, I'm gonna definitely play off of what Scotty brought up a couple weeks ago, where
Can't
definitely
remember anything.
think
Because you don't
that
listen back.
Danhausen was injured, and he was recovering this whole
Oh yeah,
time.
he broke his leg or something.
so
Leg angle something.
People have been waiting for him to. I definitely have one of those people who have been waiting for him to
Yeah.
get some fucking in-ring action.
He is probably the biggest turnaround person for me this year, where I've totally changed my opinion on him.
Danhausen?
Danhausen? Really?
Yeah, I
Did you
mean,
not like him before?
I never
I
had
had-
an opinion on him.
right. Well,
So I don't know if it's like, do you feel the same way? Like you never had an opinion on
yeah.
him?
Well, I went
Yeah.
into it thinking it was like cringeworthy and stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
And then I went, oh, okay, I get it now.
My only opinion on Danhausen was like, okay, this dude, I saw him on Twitter and I thought he was like a wrestling
Right, that's what I
Twitter
thought.
personality.
Right, yeah.
Something like Scotty Mack would be with the mask, right? Like a fan reporter /
Sure,
reporter.
no, right,
/
yeah, kind of like a gimmick thing.
Yeah.
Like a...
Smack's gonna be in the ring soon.
Because all I did was see
mean,
him on
maybe.
Twitter.
Okay.
All I did was see him on Twitter, but then you see he gets signed to AEW, and I'm like, what the fuck? Is this like some Peter Rosenberg WWE thing? Like, what is this?
Oh, yeah, no.
Then I see him, like, when I started seeing him do the stupid shit, like come out of the ring and all of that, I'm like, this is funny. I want to see more of it. Then I find out he's a wrestler. Me and Gary, are on the way back from a show one time, and we listened to podcasts, and I'm looking up more shit from him at indie shows.
I thought he was asleep during it.
And this dude is fair. And this dude is easily, like, I've just never seen anything like it. Like,
He's good.
The gimmick is something
We
of,
haven't even
like,
seen the teeth yet.
Sure, we haven't seen the teeth
yeah,
yet,
it's like the usual dark, like, in the same realm of, like, Taker and Bray and all of that, but add comedy to it.
Oh.
No, I understand what he's saying.
Oh no, you're totally right.
Yeah.
I just
Oh, did it just click?
no. I just have another thought.
Oh.
Hook is going to give Mark a like right hand, knock out a tooth, and Danhausen's gonna pluck that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
his thing.
That's great.
That is his
Yeah,
thing,
that'd be
yeah.
very funny. I would like that. Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be good.
It's like it's the first, like, dark. There's been tons of dark gimmicks over the years.
Papa
And-
Papa Shango.
Yeah. But this is like the first dark comedy gimmick in wrestling. And
It
it's
is kinda,
amazing.
yeah,
And I've
that's
never
true.
seen any. What I was going to say was.
The Boogeyman.
He was not supposed to be comedy. He turned
No?
in. He turned into a joke.
Yeah, they turned
he
it
turned
into
into a joke. He did.
Because
Yeah,
he's
he
not,
did.
at the end of the day, like.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the only. I mean, unless you count the zombie on that first ECW episode,
Ugh, no.
which
That was terrible.
I'm sorry.
You
to the
say
people
that one.
I'm sorry that people remember
Do you
that.
forget that the Miz had a zombie lumberjack match?
That's
Yes.
right, he did.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
holy
I tried
shit.
to forget that, Gary. I thought that would be a Scotty thing to remember.
Shoot.
Holy
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh
Shit.
no, when it comes to
That's
bad
back there.
retakes, I've got you covered.
God damn. Holy shit. Fuck.
That's bad.
I've never seen anyone like Hook is him and Orange Cassidy. I'm not gonna say just him. These new age of wrestlers who like come up strictly through the power of social media. Amazing.
That's impressive.
Because everyone else does it. Rappers do it. Like, but to see pro wrestlers do it from the indies and just like get seen by Tony or won't really happen with Vince, but just get seen by them through the internet and be like, hey, I want to sign this guy. That's just amazing. Moving on to that's how much that's just our love for Hook and Danhausen.
Right, we all agree that all our takes on
Yeah.
that is Hookhausen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right, that's being
Moving on to the AEW TBS Championship, Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay. This is interesting because I know that there are a lot of wrestling fans who love Anna Jay, such as myself. Jade Cargill is also very, very talented. I kind of feel like this, with that said, this is kind of hard to call, but I want to hear you guys' Smart and Mark picks.
You can go. You go first.
Not hard whatsoever. I guess my smart pick would be Anna Jay. It would be fun to have someone who actually is like going to challenge and beat Jade, but I don't think it's Anna. Jade is built to be a powerhouse for the future, and this will just prove.
So is your mark pick Anna Jay, you mean?
My smart pick is Anna Jay. My mark. Oh wait, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
your
right.
mark pick
I
is
mixed,
Anna Jay.
I mixed that up earlier. Yeah.
I mean, Smark and Mark are going to be Jade. Kind of like to what you said, Gary. Like she's the future. Jade is the future. Jade will.
Jade's that pillar with Britt Baker.
Right, she is.
But next-
She is. Yeah, and like, kind of like similar to Roman. I don't know who could beat her, and it would make sense
Yeah.
because like she should like I think what would make sense for Jade is she just gets shot all the way to the fucking top, wins the women's belt, and has both titles.
Yeah.
I would like to see a woman with 2 titles. It's one, never been done before, and 2,
think it's all
Jade
too
Cargill
early.
is a fucking perfect person to do that.
Um,
She's over as fuck. She's great in the ring. She's great in the mic. Like it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Jade.
There hasn't been a woman who's done it, and that's a good point. That'd be something nice to see. You've seen some of the greatest of all time do it. Michaels, Rollins, you know, they've had like the Intercontinental with the world title or the U.S. title with the WWE title. Like, it'd be nice to see that.
It would be. It'd be
I feel like it's just
refreshing.
too
yeah.
early. It's too early in the standings and the structure of this new company to do that. You
Do
set the
something
standard.
like that.
Sure,
We'll see.
sure, but eventually.
It's like there's not enough. There hasn't been enough history to the either championships yet to do that.
All right, I'll give you that.
The mark and fanboy in me is obviously gonna say Anna Jay, but I agree with Gary. Smart is definitely Jade Cargill. She got the TBS championship. It feels like still not too long ago when they launched TBS, and their show on TBS, and I don't see anyone beating her anytime soon.
Yeah.
And like this will go into the next point, so I guess we'll segue there too. I feel like the better person to be facing Jade right now is Serena Deeb, or Deb, or whatever. I don't fucking care.
Deeb, you're right. Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Same. Just like I don't
She
care
shot
about the next
right
match.
to the AEW championship. Why wouldn't she go for the TBS? And that lays like both of them are on a tear of like destroying a bunch of people in a row, and like whose streak basically ends. And that is TBS title worthy.
Yeah.
You know, and
That makes me care a little bit more about Deeb.
that's fair. This is a little bit left field, but like in a year's time, you know what I want to see at the next All Out? I want to see a Jade Cargill versus Sasha Banks for the AEW World Title.
You're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
I said a year.
You're gonna have to wait longer.
I don't know.
Sasha's contract's not up that soon.
It's soon. Both
Yeah.
her and Naomi's is soon. They said.
I thought hers is 2023.
No, I heard it was soon.
Naomi's is this year.
Oh, is it?
Naomi's
Sasha's is
is
next
sooner.
year. Is
Oh, okay,
2023.
maybe. All right. So
I see-
But
I see-
I also
retract that
part of me also think that's a work right now.
really?
You said that. Yeah, he did say that.
Well,
because
did you also see what
the survey?
No,
Oh.
what U.S.
What USA did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Isn't
That was
it?
very weird.
Isn't it?
But did you see the
Did you-
survey?
No.
There was a survey that went out recently to WB, I don't know, whatever the fuck. And it said, what storyline on SmackDown have you enjoyed the most recently? And guess
Oh.
which one was on it? The storyline involving the Women's World Tag Team titles.
Oh.
So I don't know. I
And
don't know. I don't know.
Did
I
you
don't
see
know.
what USA Network did? They put
Yeah,
out
I saw that.
this-
I saw that. I didn't see that.
They put out the list of times when superstars walked out on WWE.
Yeah.
Which I think that's just someone bored and they said, hey, we need an article for
And
for
USA Network and WWE like approved it. I don't know. Sounds weird.
Twitter. Yeah, you're right.
These next two matches.
Especially now that CM Punk is like in the like headlines. They're like trying to capture that like the-
That buzz kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah, maybe. That's fair. That's a solid point.
These next two matches, I'm kind of
we haven't. Did you talk? It's women's.
Yeah,
the women's
yeah.
world title. I'm
That's
saying
part of
that?
the next two matches.
Oh,
To me, I'm like half hype for,
Yeah.
and we'll see why soon.
okay.
Thunder Rosa, the champion, the AEW Women's Champion, versus Serena Deeb.
I just feel like that promo from Deeb 2 weeks ago was just, and I like Deeb, But man, it was just her mic skill, not her mic skills, but that promo in general
mic skills.
was just brutal.
If she's doing a live promo, she can't do it.
Yeah.
If she has many takes, it's a little bit better, but man, that was bad.
Yeah.
But she's phenomenal in the ring. She's one of the best wrestlers in the ring.
I don't know.
Man or woman, I would say, but
I do not agree.
No, really?
And I don't think Gary agrees
No?
either.
I mean,
She is, when she comes out, it's my opportunity to take a piss. I appreciate technical wrestling, but you need some charisma behind you for it.
sure.
And I know I
yeah.
get shit on because no one thinks Bret Hart has charisma,
Bret didn't
but
really
he
have
has.
much, yeah.
I mean, he at least has things that you
Yeah,
can sell and
he can-
attach to.
he can sell-
He
yeah.
has the whole Heart Dungeon. He has the pink and black. He has the sunglasses.
Yeah.
He has the Heart Foundation. But what does Serena Deeb have? Nothing. You don't tie up to anything there. And she doesn't give me a reason to hate her either. She hasn't
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of a reason to give. Yeah, I can't.
if she went out and attacked Chris Statlander left and right and just people that we actually cared about, I would care because she would be a good heel.
Sure.
Yeah.
She's just I want to prove my worth heel right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm the bad guy in this situation.
you are.
Mark.
Good.
I think we're all going to agree on Mark and Smark here. Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, Rosa. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would like to see Deeb get a world title reign, but yeah, it's Thunder Rosa.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense to give the
Clear
title.
cut and dry.
I don't care for either of them right now. I
love
really
Thunder
want to like Thunder Rosa. But I feel like she's pulled every card out that she can.
Like she's kind of there's not much to the character or to the.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
who
sure.
she is. She's literally in this short span so far. She has done
I mean,
everything.
she as far as when it comes to wrestling, she is still fairly new. As
she?
far as yeah, she was like a social worker before all this shit.
Oh.
Yeah. She
I like her a little bit more now.
I think she's only I want to say under 10 years. I think it is.
All right. But her coming out without the face paint this past week.
Yeah.
Her just going toe to toe and that that awful segment from 2 weeks ago. She's pulled out all the stops so far and she hasn't grabbed the brass ring for me.
Yeah. Jericho Appreciation Society.
Jazz.
Don't care for it. Blackpool Combat Club, yes. And the reason why this could still very well be a 4 to 5 star match is the fact that we love the Blackpool Combat Club.
We love
and
BCC.
Eddie Kingston. And Santana and Ortiz, not so much, but they're still very...
He didn't even hear it. That's fine. No, that's fine.
What is it?
No, that's fine.
No, say it. What is
What
it?
You're awful at her, but
I know. I'm sorry. It's terrible. I said we love BCC.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone.
Is Hollywood George here in spirit? I would
He
never
possessed the body of
disrespect you
Smack.
like that, Scott.
He all of a sudden channeled through me because all that, all the times
he
I
watched
came out
Doctor
his head.
Strange and did some day walking.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That was a Hollywood George. That I swear to God,
I
that
just
was.
want to see.
I was out of my body.
And
for
it's
that
an
one.
anarchy in the arena match. I just want to see Jericho Appreciation Society.
Can they also come up with a fucking name for what they're gonna call these all out matches?
It's always blood and guts. Oh no, blood and guts is something else.
Yeah, but I feel like there's the lights out matches. There is
the
just
only
everything.
person in Jericho Appreciation Society that I appreciate is Jericho. The other fucking guys,
That's fair.
absolutely.
I mean,
mid.
I like Daniel
Hager?
Garcia. I think Garcia is going to be
I
a
literally,
star.
I'm being so rough here probably, but I don't.
I
care
also
for
don't
any
like
of them.
Jericho right now.
Because he's in the Jericho
No,
Appreciation Society.
because he's doing this stupid wizard thing with fireballs. Stop this shit.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Stop it.
I
It's
don't know
awful.
what that is.
Awful.
I'm gonna throw. Yeah,
I'm gonna throw a
yeah,
fireball in your face.
Because I'm a wizard.
I'm a wizard. Yeah.
What? No.
The only thing that's funny about that is that Jericho is just funny no matter what he
Yeah,
does.
he's
but
just
I don't
throwing
get the
shit out.
I
fireball
don't think it's
thing.
funny. I don't like any of this.
It's just the way he says it.
Yeah, but he says that every single catchphrase, he does it exactly the same way.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's not funny anymore. He could throw anything out there. Because I'm a plant.
So Thunder has only been wrestling for about 8 years.
Okay.
So that's
all right.
Almost 10 years in the biz.
And she already has the biggest title. So.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll go here. So, Jimmy, what's your smart pick?
Mark and Smark, Blackpool Combat Club. I wanted to give Smark to Jericho Appreciation Society because Jericho and his factions usually almost always win. However, I don't think this faction is that strong. And I think Tony is one of those smart wrestling fans who actually listen to social media, and he's getting that. So I'm gonna stick with my second pick, Smart Mark, Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the same. The only thing I will add to this is I hope that after this, we see Santana Ortiz kind of break out and become the tag team that I know that they can be, and because we saw a glimpse of it in late 2019 when they were hot.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened.
That was a perfect opportunity as well.
It was, but I love both Santana and Ortiz, and I think they could be a very good tag team. So I would like to see them, even if they're not in, even if they don't win the tag titles, put them in the picture. Mm-hmm. Give them a. I don't think they've even had a shot. Actually, no, they fought the Young Bucks. I don't know if it was for the titles or not, but
It was for the titles.
was it for the? Okay, so they have had at least had a shot.
Because that was back when it was Jericho was on their
That's
side.
right. That's right. Yeah.
And it was the perfect opportunity for Jericho to show like why he was. Yeah.
That's right. But no, yeah, I'm gonna go with because I mean Brian's hurt, allegedly hurt, even though he's wrestling.
He's wrestling tonight.
tonight. Yeah, that's true. He is.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
I'm gonna outsmark you both here.
Okay.
Ready? My mark pick is Blackpool Combat Club. I will cheer for Daniels for the rest of my life. However, my smart pick is Jericho Appreciation Society because I think what happens is that Blackpool Combat Club is going to have a feud against Eddie Kingston and Santana and Ortiz, which is part of the Trios title future. So I
Maybe.
think it's the Blackpool Combat Club going for the Trios title and starting a feud with Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz.
I can back that up. I can see that because didn't Brian and Kingston shove each other
Yeah.
the last time they were
They
all in the
did.
ring together?
Yep.
I know it was some weird combination of the two, but Kingston and Brian or Kingston and someone were shoving each other. Yeah, that's a solid. That's all right. That's a solid point.
Yep. I'm going to be totally wrong. But watch.
Whatever, it's fine.
There's going to be a fucking
Our
fireball.
next
That's
match,
what's going to happen.
House of Black versus Death Triangle.
I was almost pissed that House of Black wasn't on this card, and
Yeah.
I didn't know.
They're on the card, and I love me some
Where
House
the
of
fuck
Black.
have they been?
I know. I feel like they haven't really been on the program lately.
I think it's because Pac has had some trouble getting over to the States because he's in the UK.
Okay.
I think
Got
because
it.
I think from what I understand, that's why he's not on as much anymore.
Interesting.
Because something with his visa or whatever. That's why Death Triangle stuff hasn't really been promoted. I would say. I thought this was going to be on the buy-in. Honestly,
It would have made sense.
No, and I'll tell you why. And the thing with AEW is that the buy-ins have those fucking pretty
Killer matches.
even at least B
Yeah.
grade, C grade
Yeah.
matches.
Yeah, last year's buy-in, wasn't there... There was some really fucking phenomenal match to set the standard. I feel like it was a 4-way tag team match.
We were
Okay,
literally
yeah.
sitting here like,
Yeah.
how come WWE doesn't
Right.
have these
Yeah.
matches?
Yeah, yeah.
They don't
remember
even
that.
have a pre-show anymore. They don't have enough people
This
for
is
it,
a
but-
match that's I think this is the sleeper of the night because people will look at this match and say, whatever, maybe. But this is a match that's gonna have all different types of styles in one match. There's gonna be
it's gonna be a lot.
the brawling, stiff, hard hitting stuff with the kicks and the high flying, and it's just gonna be amazing. This is one of those matches that I don't personally have, and most of AEW is like that. But this is one of those matches where I don't really care who wins. But if I had to have a Mark and a Smark pick, it's crazy how my Mark and Smark have been lining up all night. But I'm gonna say House of Black.
That's because it's AEW.
Yeah.
It feels like what you want happens.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
I'm gonna go opposite.
Yeah.
Yep, I feel like they're going like House of Black has had the best of the Death Triangle so far.
That is true.
That is true,
My
yeah.
mark pick is House of Black because I love everything about them. like a huge fan of every single person in that. However, Death Triangle has to take out the win here. It's going to be a feel good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I don't know who they pin. Buddy, probably.
Buddy, yeah. That makes sense.
Poor Buddy.
He kind of feels like the new meat that they're probably gonna go off on if they lose this match. So he's still fairly like the newest member of House of Black.
Yeah. So you think they're gonna like sacrifice him?
They'll give him some shit for losing the match. Yeah, that's how they'll probably close it out.
Yeah. They'll like whip him or something.
10 lashes. Yeah, I'll side with Jimmy here, and I'll say my Smark and Mark is House of Black, just because I like them a little bit better than the. I mean, I love Pac and and Death Triangle, but like, I mean, something about Malachi and Buddy Matthews and Brody.
So how is that your Mark pick? Like, why do you think they're gonna win?
Because I don't see why they wouldn't. I feel like, if anything, they're the team to focus on because Pac's not going to be around as much, especially if he is having issues with the visa. It's just going to be the Lucha Bros, after this maybe, unless Pac gets something situated. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely right on that. I see that. I just don't foresee. I can't remember the last time that the Death Triangle got a win.
That's what I'm saying. So you're saying they overdue?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I think
Sure.
this is their we're finally reunited moment.
Maybe that's fair.
So,
yeah, we'll see.
The AEW Tag Team Championships are up for grabs in a triple threat.
this is my dark horse of the night.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if this is a dark horse. I think we know for a fact that this match is going to be amazing. I think everyone's on the same page.
Yeah, but I just I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like
You don't think this is going to be a good match?
Oh yeah, I do. I do.
that's- yeah,
Sorry.
no,
I feel like everyone's
I thought you meant
underrating
about the winner.
this match because it's the tag team match, but it doesn't have the
Nah,
same.
but AEW. One thing
yeah.
that AEW's always had from day one,
Is
we always
tag
say
team.
is tag
Yeah,
team.
it
wrestling.
also doesn't have the same build as all the other big matches. And man, every person in this match can go.
Yeah, they really can.
Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus Team Taz
Yep.
versus Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. Man, so everyone on each team is so evenly matched with their opposite. Luchasaurus, you've got Powerhouse Hobbs and Keith Lee, and then you have Jungle Boy,
Yep.
Ricky Starks.
And
Ricky
Swerve,
Starks, and Swerve.
Yep.
which we
This
saw that
match
that
is going to
triple
be
threat
fucking
this past
bananas.
That
And
was a hell of a match.
week. Yeah, that was my favorite match of the
Yeah.
night.
I love everyone in this match, so the mark choices can really go anywhere. But my mark is going to be Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Actually, no. You know what? My mark is going to be Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. My smark, and I say this because AEW doesn't do the hot potato champion thing, is Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
Fuck you.
You agree?
No.
Okay.
My Mark and Smark pick is Keith Lee and Swerve.
So you half agree.
I half agree.
Half agree, okay.
I was banking on you moving your Mark pick over, but no, I think Keith Lee and Swerve they are built to take these championships right now. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, I love them both, but they haven't done shit for the tag team titles.
I mean, yeah,
I wouldn't go there,
I'm
but
agree with you.
I will say that it would be a
Christian's not
nice,
helping.
no pun intended.
I think Christian is going to turn on
He's
them.
going to turn. He's 100% going to turn.
Because there
100%.
was a thing where he looked at the camera
Yes.
a couple
yes,
weeks ago or
yes.
last week or something.
It was
Yeah,
like 2 weeks
there was a
ago.
little,
Damn, I
yeah,
missed that.
there was a little nod, yeah.
Okay,
And
interesting.
no pun intended, a swerve would be to have
Christian switch sides.
Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus lose these championships because again, AEW, aside from Gary made this point last week, aside from the TNT championship, they don't pass around the championships.
Yeah.
So
But this is the event to do it.
yeah,
So I'm gonna half agree with Gary. I'm gonna say my Smark pick is Strickland and Keith Lee because I don't know who's really that hot of a tag team other than them right now. But my mark, just because I love these guys, it's Team Taz. I want to see gold around Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs.
Nice. Okay. We have a.
I mean, there is gold.
They have the FCW. Well, Ricky has the FCW. Yeah, that's fair.
We have a classic / dream match on our hands. If you didn't get the opportunity to watch it in Ring of Honor, then this is the place to do it.
And back in the day, this fucking match was killer.
The Hardys versus the Young Bucks. Gary made a good point. This would be a ladder match if Jeff Hardy just didn't put himself through what he put himself through 2 weeks ago.
You know what's funny is the night they had the match against the Bucks, the next night is when they won the Raw Tag Team titles at Mania. Because they dropped the Ring of Honor tag titles to the Bucks that night before and then showed up at Mania to as we all know, a fucking crazy ovation.
The biggest pop in Mania history.
A Road Warriors pop, if you will.
Oh, yeah. Where they stole Kurt Angle's pyro.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
I love that so much. I also love that his wife is the one that outed that, but I digress.
Mark, the Young Bucks. Smart, and this is giving Gary some of his legit heat points. I think that the Hardys are going to take this, and they're going to enter themselves into one more run at the AEW Tag Team Championships.
This is going to be, I think, my disappointment match of the night.
Really?
Yep. The Hardys have not had it yet.
Yes.
They are showing their age big time.
Yeah, but against the...
This is an opportunity, though, Gary, and I do agree with you on this, though.
Huh.
I do 100% agree with you on this, but
well,
I think this is an
especially
opportunity.
that match in Boston was pretty lackluster. Yeah, you're
Ooh,
right.
more
you're
than
right.
that, too,
Yeah,
though.
you're right.
Oh, man.
It's tough when you're at when you're at a wrestling show, kind of like baseball. It's even better in person. So when something's lackluster at a wrestling show,
Sucks the energy out of
It
everything
really
else.
does, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be the fart of the night.
I can't disagree with you, honestly.
I hope I'm fucking wrong. I hope they put on. I mean, yes, the Young Bucks.
This is an
go.
opportunity to see what the Hardys have now against a team like the Young Bucks.
This
For
is
sure.
true. That's a good point. This is to see what Matt and Jeff kind of have left in the tank.
Yep.
Other than big crazy spots, which obviously
Sure,
yes.
yeah. I mean, because they mentioned they want to get the AEW tag belts and kind of complete their
quest for gold.
Because I mean, if you think about it, they would be the only team. The only tag team titles they wouldn't have would probably be ECW. And that's fucking wild to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really want to say that this is where Matt turns on Jeff.
That's been done before.
I know it has, but not in AEW and not to like their whole thing.
Sure.
This might be where the broken gimmick comes in.
Again?
It really takes off because now Brother Nero is here. And they've referenced Brother Nero 1,000 times.
Yeah, that's
and
a
now
solid
that
point.
they've gone through the Hardy Brothers are back thing, in the fact that they can't use the Hardy Brothers.
They say
Hardy Boys they can't use.
Yeah.
This might be the chance for that, especially if they lose. If they get super kicked into like oblivion and then like bring it out, that'll be great.
That'd be cool.
So my mark pick is the Hardy Boys because
The Hardy Boys.
that's the first
Yeah.
Matt Hardy I always have a love for. Jeff Hardy was one of my first like Halloween costume like wrestling themes. But my smart pick is the Young Bucks.
I'm gonna go Smart and Mark both Bucks just because. I mean, and we've seen it time and time again. And not saying that the Hardys are done and old, but like,
I am.
What's the point of the old team going over? And not saying that the Bucks aren't. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. Doesn't make any sense.
Bring some news.
Yeah,
bring
maybe.
some headlines.
Yeah, we definitely bring headlines. You're right.
But we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Let's
Adam Cole versus Samoa Joe in the men's Owen Hart Cup final.
Thank God they're finally giving this to us. Thank God.
This is arguably
I've wanted this since 20.
Yeah.
Match
15,
of
16.
the night.
Yeah.
We love our boy Punk. We love MJF and Wardlow. That's going to be amazing. And their tag team wrestling in AEW is always on fire. But this match, I think, in my opinion, match of the night. Mark, another match where I love both the guys. So the Mark thing, take it with a grain of salt. Mark and Smark are both Adam Cole.
You're so fucking wrong.
It's gonna happen. Samoa Joe's got his just like FTR. Samoa Joe's got his ring of honor shine on right now.
Yeah.
And I think again I'm gonna play into the Hollywood George stuff, but I think Adam Cole and Britt Baker are gonna take these cups home.
It's great. I'm glad that Hollywood's possessed your ass now.
No, it's hard to disagree with them.
It is very hard to disagree.
I mean, Joe has so much going against him. He has Sanjay, Jay Lethal, and that other guy against him. And then he has Adam Cole, who has the Bucks and Red Dragon in his corner. So Joe has a lot of stuff stacked against him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're right on that. And I would agree if they brought out the Sanjay Dutt bullshit from last week or Wednesday or whatever.
Because they didn't do it this week, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So they haven't really referenced that too much. I think that is going to be a really good distraction for when Samoa Joe does win everything.
Yeah, maybe.
But Joe's taking it. I said it from week one. Joe is taking it, and eventually he'll be able to probably cash in on CM Punk.
But yeah,
I don't think.
Do they get a world title shot? Is that the stipulations, or is it just
sure it will be?
Have we? I mean, probably will be.
Yeah, I'm sure they boost up in the ratings. But Adam Cole loses no momentum if he loses here. Samoa Joe, what a terrible way to lose right now, kind of thing.
Okay, so you know what? If the winner does get a world title shot match, and so a couple things. If Punk wins, I want Joe to win. Because that means we get a Punk Joe match eventually.
That's what I've been saying.
That's what I fucking want.
That's what I've been saying.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And also shout out to Majori and Brookhouse of BR Wrestling, because this little insert right here is something is what
cool.
Scotty Mac and Jimmy Luca dreams are made of. Plus, the idea of this Shawn Michaels-inspired bad guy winning a tournament dedicated to a member of the Hart family is wickedly delightful.
Yeah, it is.
You gentlemen are...
Adam Cole is Shawn Michaels inspired?
Yes.
Yes, he is. Yeah, 100%.
I don't see it.
A lot of people say it, and he's loved. And
what part?
Him and HBK are like this.
Yeah.
Because they're both short and balding?
Well, Adam Cole still has a couple of years left before he goes bald, but...
I don't know about that.
No?
But yeah.
No.
You agree, Scotty?
No, I you know what? I granted, because I can't really see the television.
What part of Adam Cole is Shawn Michaels?
That would be great. A Shawn Michaels guy winning a tournament after a Hart. Yeah, that would be fun.
Nope.
That
Joe is taking that fucking title, or winning that fucking cup.
Well,
Joe is meant for the dungeon. His submission style, his hard hitting, that would be the way.
I'm gonna flip flop. I think if between the world title and again, if it is for a future world title match, if Punk wins the title on Sunday, then Joe's gonna win the cup. I don't know. I just don't see CM Punk not winning. So I guess that just makes me gonna be stick with Joe then.
Yeah, I agree. I think Joe is taking that cup all the way.
All right. Moving on to MJF versus Wardlow.
Oh, God, yes.
Can we just skip this and everyone's going to say Wardlow?
It is Wardlow.
It is Wardlow.
It's a clear-cut Wardlow. If Wardlow doesn't win, he can't sign an AEW contract.
But can we appreciate how fun of a match this is going to be?
It's going to be amazing.
Knowing the outcome.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I knew the outcome of a match so hard and still really cared about this match.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point.
So... It's going to deliver.
Which is the total opposite of how most matches are, where, I don't give a shit about the outcome.
Most of the time.
Right, but I I care about the build-up. And that's what I was thinking about the other day, about how most matches, like just one-on-one, if it's a random-ass match, you have to work real hard to be a good match. But if you have a good build-up, like that helps to make the match go from a 2.5 to a 5-star match right away.
Easily. Yeah.
So I think this is going to be real fucking fun.
Yeah.
This main event is, I think, clear-cut across the whole legit Heat board.
I dare anyone to say Adam Page except for Brent. Fuck you. I don't care who you are.
Wow,
Brent
he picked
Adam.
He picked Hangman.
Hangman
really?
Adam Page, and it's so easy. It is so easy for wrestling fans, AEW fans, to pick Hangman because, again, AEW doesn't pass around the world title. But
I just don't see it.
Hangman,
The thing is, Punk
Adam
does not
Page.
need to be world champion. He's a rock solid as a superstar until he decides to
It
hang up
doesn't
his
matter.
wrist again. Yeah. What?
But this is the time. This is the time to do it.
Page
This is
should
the time.
retain
This is
here
it.
Have you
as
not been
things
listening
build
to
to a
legit
transition
Heat?
in the
Have
future.
you not been listening to the most
What?
logical pro wrestling podcast? And we're drunk, not to brag. Most of the time we're drunk, and we're the most logical pro wrestling podcast.
We're drunk when we started this because I just realized we never gave an intro.
Yeah. So
We don't need to know now that Hollywood's
Yeah.
not
No,
here.
that's fair. That's fair. Good point.
So clear cut, smart mark. I'm gonna speak for everybody, unless one of you guys agree.
Nope.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
CM Punk.
CM
CM
Punk.
Punk. CM Punk.
CM Punk.
CM Punk. CM
Let
Punk.
me take it a step further. Gary Damn T,
I like
that
that.
CM Punk is winning this fucking match.
That's a shirt.
There's no
That's a
fucking,
fucking shirt.
there's no chance in hell he is walking out without that fucking belt. It is going to be headlines. It is going to be all over the fucking place. And WE is going to be eating fucking.
Crow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do not see
Did you
any
have that
other
in your
outcome.
back pocket for a little bit?
I think you might have.
Yeah, you did.
I've been using that line since I was young.
That's amazing. You haven't brought it to the podcast. You waited.
Hell yeah.
You waited until the
That's
big
good.
night.
Yeah,
Punk's
because
first title.
the only
shot.
time I ever use that is when I'm so certain I'm right that there's no chance in hell.
Yeah.
It is better than a shave bet. It's better than a chop
This
bet.
doesn't happen often with AEW, but I am going to even take it a step further and say that this is probably the first time I will be disappointed
If it doesn't.
in a winner in AEW, because if the pro wrestling is good as it is in AEW, I usually don't care. But I feel like this person from BR Wrestling, his point is that Punk doesn't need it. I say,
Which is true.
Sure, Punk doesn't need it. Sure, no, you're right. Punk
right.
is Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it, but he deserves it. And
7 years.
What will elevate AEW even more in general, and more than Hangman as champion, than heel CM Punk as champion? And I'm telling you, I'm still writing that CM Punk is going to be a heel, whether it's if he wins the championship on Sunday or just whenever he wins a championship. Heel CM Punk as a champion makes sense. I've been saying this for the last couple weeks. My guys agree. Gary's a huge CM Punk fan, arguably the biggest one on the podcast. And this works.
You know it's gonna be nutty.
It's going to be hard for him to be a heel. It's going to be real hard. He won't be a heel for at least 6 months.
Just play into the play. What they have to do is this.
give him a countdown clock.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
That'd be very funny. That'd be great.
But number one is the thing I was saying. Just book him right against the right guys.
Yep.
Kenny Omega comes back. He's over as fuck.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to point out. All right, so my miracle of this show is that Adam Page also loses because this is when Bray Wyatt debuts. And so it's the Dark Order coming out and distracting Adam Page.
This is your very fantasy Gary
Wow.
booking happening.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not gonna
that's why I
happen.
call it the miracle.
Yeah.
I mean-
it's not going to happen, but if I'm writing the show, it's called the miracle.
My since we're gonna dive into this really quick because we're all pretty obvious with the CM Punk stuff.
sure.
My surprise of the night, which this show does not need it. The card is stacked.
But they always do. They always
Kenny
use it,
Omega's gonna come back.
for sure.
It's either gonna be at Double or Nothing, or it's gonna happen before. He's gonna be back for Forbidden Door. The two things before Scotty, I want you to say whatever you're gonna say. I don't.
No,
mean to interrupt.
no, you're fine. Yeah.
Punk is book him. The two ways to make him a solid heel, like actually give him good heat, is put him against people who are over as fuck, like a returning Kenny Omega trying to reclaim his prize, and play into the little rumors that you hear about, the little things that you hear about guys like Eddie Kingston not liking him backstage and Adam Page not liking him, and people, you know, play into that whole. I would even go as far as playing into CM Punk being a quitter and things that have been brought up by MJF.
Give him all kind of heat.
Dude, there's so many tools that they can use to make CM Punk a legitimate heel champion in AEW.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want Punk to run with the same thing Cody Rhodes actually has in WWE. I want Punk to go to Khan and tell him, I want a fucking tour bus. I want pyro left and right. I want all this money.
I want the Cody Rhodes treatment.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, as far as what I would like definitely some debuts. Because I felt a little lackluster from Johnny Elite last week. And I want to see Cesaro somewhere because he deserves to be somewhere.
ROH.
I did see, owned by AEW.
So. Oh, I know, but I want him in that lower.
Yeah, like, really?
Oh, yeah. I don't fucking hate Cesaro.
I don't know about that.
Oh, God.
Speaking of XWB, in Sammy Guevara's vlog this week, Johnny Gargano was in it. So I don't know if that will happen, but that's something else, another thing. And then I also think there should be a time for Wyatt to Wyndham to come in and take over Dark Order, because I'm going to stick with Gary. I'm going to say I want
all
that.
It takes is me beating you over the head with it for like a week now, or really, a month now.
Really, yeah.
That's for sure. That has to happen.
Because the Dark Order, I mean, they lost Stu Grayson. Stu Grayson left AEW, so they're down a member. So they only have what? 5, 10, people. Johnny, Uno, and Anna.
This is another podcast, but I still have this feeling in me that Wyatt's gonna get bought back by WWE.
Nope. I think the whole like his asking price is too high is complete bullshit. It's a way to throw people off.
Well, wasn't there someone at Backlash that had a small Fiend? It was a kid in a Fiend mask, and Pat McAfee was like, "Oh, is that the Fiend in the arena?" I don't know.
Right. Which means that there's nothing to do with Bray Wyatt in WWE left.
Yeah, maybe.
There's no way they would reference anything
Vince
Fiend
is
related.
so in control of that commentator's desk.
He really is, yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He would never allow... If he knew the Fiend was coming back in like a month, a week, he would not allow anyone to think about the Fiend at all.
Or he wants it teased to get people to tune in.
Nope. No one's tuning in because they heard that one commentator made a fucking Fiend reference.
People tuned in when I started tuning in, and Scott started tuning in when they started hinting at
Cody,
the American Nightmare.
They did, yeah.
And people will tune in even more for Bray Wyatt because he's a fucking way bigger draw in WWE.
Right, but the rumors were already there, established for fucking Cody Rhodes. Like, it was just another like little hint.
Yeah.
Nothing is established for Bray Wyatt in WWE. And I think if there was, it would have been a huge return kind of situation where they didn't want any mention of it at all. He would have came in a private jet. He would have came in a private limo, hidden in all black.
Jet flying.
Yeah. He would have gotten the Hardy treatment.
Yeah.
I have a crazy take for a more WWE-ish episode, but I'll leave that for... Any final points on this event, on this main event?
I mean, so my thing is, I heard that next week at the LA Forum or the Kia Forum, whatever is in LA, the first LA show.
Their first LA show, yep.
That apparently they have a lot of Warner Media execs, like big wigs. So, if anything, that show will be an absolute fucking just nut, just from start to finish.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna, if we don't get what we want at Double or Nothing. We'll get what we want.
It'll be like a Raw after Mania for AEW.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that, Scotty. That show is next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, yes.
All right. I did not even think about that. Yep. That's a good thing to point out for the people. For sure. Definitely a Raw after Mania for like AEW.
Well, because Double or Nothing is their Mania.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
So I've got nothing. I've never been, not never. I haven't been this excited for a premium live event, pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it, in a very long
Since, would you say, maybe like a year ago?
Nope.
Nothing?
No, I was not nearly this excited.
That's fair. I will say, looking at the card from last year. This year is bars.
Right. Last year was the
of
death match, right?
Um,
John Moxley,
no.
Kenny Omega death match. The failed Pyro one.
The last time I was this excited,
No, that was a Dynamite,
for
I think.
All
No.
Out, and I'm probably even more excited because CM Punk's in the title picture. So,
Yeah. It's going to be a big day for pro wrestling the next day.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
It's yeah. I mean, CM Punk winning that, Owen Hart Memorial Trophy being given to Samoa Joe. It's going to be a big night.
So the card last year. So I mean, like I said, leaps and bounds better this year. So the dark match was Deeb and Riho for the NWA Women's Title match. Hangman and Adam Page versus Brian Cage opened the show. Which I don't know why you.
Could
would
you
open
read
with
this
that.
card like Excalibur? Oh shit!
Great.
Hangman Adam Page versus Brian Cage single match, 12 minutes. Brian Cage. Oh, fuck. No,
You don't have to read the minutes. Just read the card.
Yeah, just
Okay.
just the card is
Hangman
fine.
Adam Page defeated Brian Cage by pinfall. Young Bucks defeated John Moxley and Eddie Kingston by pinfall. Jungle Boy won by last eliminating Christian Cage. Cody Rhodes with Arn Anderson defeated Anthony Ogogo with QT Marshall by pinfall. Miro defeated Lance Archer with Jake Roberts by technical submission. Dr. Britt Baker DMD defeated Hikaru Shida by submission. Darby Allin and Sting defeated the Men of the Year, Ethan Page's Scorpio Sky by pinfall. Kenny Omega defeated Orange Cassidy and Pac by pinfall. The Inner Circle, Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Hagar, Santana Ortiz defeated the Pinnacle, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, MJF, Shawn Spears, Warlord, Tully Blanchard by pinfall. How was that? How was that? That was good.
We have our Excalibur, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
Only
you.
cooler and edgier. This Double or Nothing blows last year's out of
The water, hands down.
Clearly.
Well,
Thank you, Tony, again.
But what you were saying about like them not playing hot potato with the fucking title, how many title changes happened on last year's Double or Nothing? That was a good number of them.
Yeah. So
So I'm just saying,
we'll see. If
I
there's a
expect-
pattern here.
Yeah.
1, 2. Oh, I guess only. Never mind. 2 titles will change hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
Guys, we're not. I'm not gonna guarantee anything here, but we're gonna try to give you a post Double or Nothing, a drunk Double or Nothing show.
Very intoxicated. Yeah.
It'll be very quick, probably
Yeah.
like a 15-20 minute thing.
I'd say maybe at 30 minutes at most.
But you know,
Yeah.
Depends on
we're
Hollywood.
very excited for this.
Yeah, that's true.
Or if we get
And
to
there's
UTI
gonna
or
be a
something.
lot to unpack.
Well, any episode without Hollywood is kind of
Yeah.
cut straight to the point.
Yes, and I.
We say that, but we're so fucking late right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. We are
Yeah.
very. This is the latest
Yeah.
we've been in a while.
Yeah. But hey, man, Gary hit it on the head. This was a lot to cover.
This is
so
stacked.
There's
It was a
no
lot.
matches to skip
lot.
like we do with
Yeah.
WWE cards. This
Yeah.
is a full-on preview. We will talk to you guys again after Double or Nothing. Until then, this has been Legit Heat. And I think I speak for anyone when I say that this show is going to be too sweet.